I think we're rolling. I thought I'd do a few little bits, People like your little bits, they say. So I thought I'd start here. This was my first beater, my first beater. I beat myself mercilessly. My first beater that I broke. So we'll have a look at what it became. It's hidden down here. They tried to break it, but I wouldn't let them. I wouldn't let them break it at all. Well, they couldn't break it, They don't have the strength within them to break something like that. So I'll go and get it. Here it is. And I'm testing out this new phone, this new Chinese, those chinkies. They've made a phone. I got it just in a corner shop, An accessible corner shop had a Chinese phone. That's what, it's difficult not to find a Chinese phone somewhere. So this is my new beater. I'll beat myself with that. It's just a piece of floorboard with the ends roughly chiseled. So I've been working on my little workstation here, and it seems I can see through the camera now. It's amazing with a new phone. And so I have a Philips monitor here, and we have our scaffold board, of course, in the center of every desk. One has a scaffold board. And this is our Philips monitor. This is our old Dell flat VGA. And this is our Pro Light, which does... what does it do? It does a lot, but what does it does? DVI and VGA will do me fine, and I can reroute things through these. So these are my three main monitors, and I have much more space on my desk now. And I have this little black box from C-City, which is, I think it's an AMD 64 of some form, and we have our simple monitor here, and out of the monitor I say we have the VGA, DVI, and we have some kind of stereo small jack, so I'm using that. And so this is our standard PC, and we have a simple graphics card and a motherboard, and all the rest I have is an extra 4 USBs. And I've taken the VGA off the graphics card, and I've split the VGA into two. So the VGA output of the graphics card is now going to 2. And so on the back of this Dell we have just VGA. And on the back of this Philips we have a Munster come to meet us. We have all these SCARTs and HDMIs, and it's really a nasty bastard. Those people in the hotels know what they're doing, really. They really do. And this is my little comms rig. It's a Chinese SIM card modem. So you just plug a modem in from your SIM card, from your phone. So you take SIM card out of your phone, you put it in this, and it gives you mobile data then. And that's a very simple device, very easy to use. You can read your SMS messages on it and things. And it has a basic shutout firewall, like. And then below it I have my Asus kind of network thingy. And my Asus network thingy runs OpenVPN. So I have an OpenVPN connection from the Asus router, which is outside it the Chinese SIM router. So I stick a SIM in the Chinese box, it gives me a network connection. I go from that over Ethernet to a WAN port on the Asus router, and the Asus router handles OpenVPN over that connection. and I connect the Chinese modem and the I connect the Asus router and the computer via an Ethernet to the Ethernet port on the computer, and that's my network setup. Very simple. And I got a few records, so I thought I'd show you the records. And this is a little thing I call the little girl. The little girl. We might turn that down a little there for us to see the little girl. The little girl is always forgotten, you know. The little girl is always left aside. The little girl is never given the attention that she deserves. She's the weak party, you know. When you come to a location, she's the weak party. She's the one that gets less food, you know. When in fact she is the greatest. She is the greatest, and they neglect her. They neglect her all the time. And this is Barbra and some little girl. The little girl might be Avril, and Barbra might be a little girl herself, you know. She had the same problem. She had the same problem. They treated her like a little girl when they all knew she was the most wonderful thing ever. And they treated her like a little girl. Total disrespect. Total disrespect. And this is another one here with the little girls. What do we have on our little girls? We have Barbra, and we have this little girl Avril, and Barbra, and this little girl Avril, and Barbra, and these little girls Avril, and we have my favorite picture in some ways of Barbra is the mind of the Jewish woman. That expresses to me the mind of the Jewish woman, the sheer brilliance. And in Yentl, Barbra goes to the holy place with the learned men, and she defeats them all in thought, but just lets go and says, fuck you all, you're not worth it, really. None of you men are worth it. You're really not worth it at all. We've had enough of you. We really have. You're useless wastes of things, really.
It ain't so funny now, though.
Useless wastes of things, the human men.
Nobody seems
I can't describe the planet in any more specific terms than that. The sheer disappointment in the human male, really. He's a liar, he's a cheat, he steals at every opportunity. He's the laziest fucking thing in existence. He'll do anything but a fucking bit of work, you know.